southbound again.
Thank you for coming out. This is a great and exciting announcement. And it's an honor to be part of this unique economic development announcement that will make such a positive impact, not just in our region, but also globally. Every economic development effort requires a tremendous amount of teamwork. What makes our region unique is that our team works together beyond geographical lines. In just a few moments, we will be catching a live stream press conference from Montgomery with Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle, Madison County Commission Chairman Dale Strong, and Limestone County Commission Chairman Mark Yarborough, along with Governor Robert Bentley, Commerce Secretary Greg Canfield, and a company representative. This news will once again put Huntsville on the global advanced manufacturing map. The product you will hear about today is at the pinnacle of cutting-edge technology, and Huntsville has been selected as the first location in the United States to produce it. As a community, we work together as one for the benefit of all. To get this project across the finish line, we established a strong coalition including the City of Huntsville, Madison County, and Limestone County. Working together regionally makes our area stronger as a team and allow us the opportunity to have one voice at the negotiation table. We will wait for the live cast from Montgomery. Okay.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank everyone for joining us today for an announcement that is a symbol of the continuing move forward in the aviation and aerospace sector that the state of Alabama continues to take as we develop a sector that many of us have grown up with in the space and missile defense sector, but the commercial aircraft sector is one that is new to us, but we have great partners across the state of Alabama who have looked at our state and the various regions of our state and have felt very comfortable in putting their capital at risk and building the business case about their future in the aerospace sector by investing in the state of Alabama. And one of those companies is who we are here to celebrate today with a very important announcement. And so, without further ado, I would like to welcome to the podium Governor Robert Bentley. Governor Bentley.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and it is an honor to be here with you today on this special day for this economic development announcement that we're going to bring today. You know, one of the best things that I do as governor is to be able to announce jobs. You know, jobs and our economy has always been at the top of our agenda from 2010, the time that when we were elected, until today. Creating jobs is the most important part, I think, of our job. And, you know, one of the things that we tried to do when we came into office is we tried to have a little bit better organizational structure to job creation in Alabama, and we created the Accelerate Alabama plan. Part of this plan had to do with the aerospace industry, and that's what we're talking about today. GE Aviation is a world leader in providing jet engines and components and integrated systems for commercial and for military aircraft. Since 2013, GE has invested more than $100 million in a facility over at Auburn. And there they are doing additive manufacturing, really one of the world's premier areas, and they will be producing jet nozzles for the new LEAP engine there in Auburn. But today, I am here to announce that GE Aviation is creating 2 adjacent factories in Huntsville to mass produce silicon carbide materials to manufacture ceramic matrix composite components for jet engines and land-based gas turbines. GE Aviation will invest $200 million and create 300 new jobs. You know, Huntsville is a perfect location for this new GE Aviation operation. You know, research and innovation are two important characteristics of Huntsville. And it's a great city, and they do a great job in recruitment. And those who've been involved in this Project Badge, you know, Greg comes up with all these names. I think Greg is one that names them all these things, but it's Project Badge. Those who've been involved in that, thank you. I want to thank local economic developers, the city, the county, everyone who has worked together with us on a state level. We've worked as a team, and this has brought about this announcement today. Such a great company, and we're so glad to have GE Aviation as part of Alabama's economy. Today's announcement is important because it is expanding this partnership with such a tremendous global aviation leader. You know, Alabama is a great location for companies to be successful. We try to create in Alabama a pro-business environment, and we try to put in place things that will help businesses thrive and survive. However, I believe that the number one reason that we can look at the new companies that come in and try to sell this great state, one of the things that we have that I believe is superior, and that's our workforce. Not only the work ethic that the people of Alabama have, but also our workforce training programs that we have in this state. I don't think any state in the country is as good as Alabama at training workers for the workplace, and especially for advanced manufacturing in this state. GE and Alabama will be a great partnership, and I want to welcome GE to the Huntsville area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor Bentley. You know, part of a strategy in order to be successful requires that the state be able to secure the interest of companies that are leaders in the sector in which they operate. Such is true with GE Aviation. They are one of the most innovative leaders in aerospace and aviation. We're so proud that we have the opportunity to welcome them, and at this time to welcome Mr. Sanjay Korea from GE Aviation as Vice President of the CMC program. Sanjay.
Thank you, Secretary Canfield. We're thrilled to be here today to announce a new two-factory complex in Alabama, one which will be unique in the world. There are many, many people to thank for making this happen. Governor Bentley, Commerce Secretary Greg Canfield, Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle, the Huntsville City Council and Chamber of Commerce, Madison Mayor Troy Trulock, Madison County Commission and the Chairman Dale Strong, Limestone County Commission Chairman Mark Yubber, and the Limestone County Commission. Thanks very much, gentlemen. It's been a long journey, and we look forward to the next steps. Let me first say a few words about GE's aviation business. We are the world's largest producer of jet engines, about $24 billion in annual revenues and about $1 billion in annual R&D spend. We have more than 80 facilities worldwide, more than 40,000 employees in the aviation business. There are more than 50,000 GE commercial and military engines in service today. In fact, every 2 seconds somewhere in the world, a plane powered with our engines takes off, and be many, many hundred during the course of this ceremony. As the governor mentioned, we already have a presence in Alabama that's very important to us, and we would also like to thank the governor for leadership in reauthorization of the Ex-Im Bank, which is very, very important to these high-tech, export-oriented jobs. We've invested over $100 million in the Auburn facility, 300,000 square feet. Over 150 people already employed in additive manufacturing to manufacture the components for our next generation of engines for single-aisle aircraft, the so-called LEAP engine. And the Huntsville area team really impressed us with the location, the infrastructure, the workforce potential, the proven track record of taking care of companies which they have recruited to their area, and the opportunity to partner with the university there as well as the community college system. These two new factories are really critical to our product strategy of providing the most fuel efficient and the most durable jet engines for the next generation of aircraft. So if I could just step back a moment, the fuel efficiency inside a jet engine is set by the operating pressure and temperature inside, deep inside. You'll never see the inside of the engine. Kind of analogous to the compression ratio in your car. And what happens when you go to very, very high pressure ratios, it gets really hot. The temperatures in there now have gone beyond where metals can survive. And so we've actually pioneered over the last many years the use of ceramic matrix composite materials. These are high temperature ceramics that can survive inside the jet engine. We have lots and lots of testing to prove that point. They can run several hundred degrees hotter than even the most exotic metal superalloys, and they weigh about a third as much. If you have the opportunity, come on afterwards and you can feel the difference in weight between parts made of this material and traditional parts. So you might wonder, with a material as exotic as this, is there a market for this stuff? And the answer is a big yes. The efficiency that it brings, the fuel efficiency that it brings, has led to a big, big backlog of orders in the next generation of both single-aisle aircraft as well as twin-aisle wide-body aircraft. In fact, airlines have already ordered 10,000 of the LEAP engines. You'll be making the fuel nozzles in Auburn, and now you'll be making the raw material for the CMC components in Huntsville. So those airplanes are the Boeing 737 MAX, the next generation of Boeing 737s, the Airbus A320neo, the next generation of Airbus narrowbodies, and the COMAC C919. And the first of these, the Airbus A320neo, will enter service next year. So yes, there is a market, and the sales have been made, and now it's time to execute. In wide-body aircraft, you're developing the GE9X engine for the all-new Boeing 777X, the next generation of the wide-body Boeings. That engine will have ceramic components in more places than the LEAP engine, which is our first application, and over 600 of those engines have been sold. We're also replacing metals with ceramics in our future military engines. They bring the advantage of more time on station, longer range, and higher thrust-to-weight ratio, which are big advantages for a military aircraft. The plants in Huntsville will produce the required raw materials, scaling up from the pilot plants which we already operate. One will make silicon carbide fiber, and we have some examples of what that looks like over here. And we'd like to recognize at this point our partners at our existing joint venture facility in Japan for the technology license which GE needed in order to build this plant in the US. We'd also like to acknowledge the US Air Force Research Lab, which will share in the cost of the fiber plant to assure a US capability in manufacturing. The second and adjacent plant up in Huntsville will process that fiber into tape, and you can see an example of tape when you come up here. Together, we'll invest more than $200 million in construction of these two plants, with construction set to begin next year. We've already been through the initial environmental assessments and so on, so the project is off and running. The actual groundbreaking and so forth will take place next year. Up to 300 people will be employed there when the plants are up to full capacity. We'll begin hiring the hourly workforce next year, but have in fact already brought on the first supervisory and technical staff for training. The two plants will be up and running and qualified with a flight quality material by 2019. This is a long-term commitment. Our jet engines typically stay in service for 30 years, so these plants will be making raw materials to serve the next 3 decades at least of new engines and then the repair services that go with them. So let me close by inviting you to view the composite components we have here on display today. They define the state-of-the-art in jet engines, and soon they will be at an airport near you. Thank you once again, Governor Bentley, and thank you to all your colleagues. Very, very happy to be here and to help place Alabama in the vanguard of aerospace engineering. Thank you, Secretary.
I believe, as Sanjay alluded to, execution is a key part to a successful strategy. We do not do this alone at the Alabama Department of Commerce or the Office of the Governor. Indeed, it takes a strong local team. And part of that team, indeed one of the leaders of that team, is Mayor Tommy Battle from the city of Huntsville. Mayor Battle.
Thank you, Greg, and to our friends from GE Aviation. And they are long-term friends. It's been 2 years that we've been working on this project. So it is a very long-term friendship. We've gained about 10 or 15 pounds over the dinners and lunches and everything else that we've had through this. But the whole process has put us on the cutting edge. It was a process when we first heard about it, we were very excited for the city of Huntsville, for the North Alabama area, for the Redstone area, because it brought to us a cutting-edge technology, something that's not produced anywhere else in the world, and something that also centers on our Center of Excellence. Center of Excellence in ceramic matrix composites. And I will have to admit to you, before 2 years ago, I'd not heard ceramic matrix composites, and I'd not heard about the processes going on. But we did hear something that was very, very exciting for our area, that brought technology to our area, that brought to us a product that is not made anywhere else in the world, and a product that can go over many, many areas. It can go to the aviation area, it can go to the aeronautics area, and it fits perfectly into the wheelhouse of what Huntsville has. So to our good friends from GE Aviation, thank you. Welcome to Huntsville. We're so glad to have you there. As we said back in the governor's office, our commitment doesn't stop here at the announcement. Our commitment goes all the way through the build and all the way through making sure that you have a workforce that can make you one of the #1 companies in the world. And that commitment to you is the commitment we make to every company. Your success is our success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Battle. The other part of this strong local team as it relates to the flip side of the city of Huntsville is the county in which Huntsville physically lies in, at least one of those counties. Because many of you, including me until a few years ago, didn't quite realize that Huntsville is 2 counties now. So the first of those is the county that you're most familiar with as it relates to the city of Huntsville and the strong leadership for economic development for this project provided by County Commission Chairman Dale Strong. Dale.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. What an exciting day for the state of Alabama. To Trey Ferris and the team of GE, to Sanjay, Korea, we're honored to once again join together and today to make the announcement. I want to thank the governor of the state of Alabama, because without his vision for better roads, better jobs, better education in Alabama today, we would not be here. I want to thank the members of the Huntsville-Madison County Chamber of Commerce who are joining us streaming live, because without those members, we could not be what we are in North Alabama today. I want to thank the staff of the governor of the state of Alabama, the highway director who is present with us today, and many of the cabinet members that have joined us. This state would not be what it is without the commitment that you have made to make us what we are. These 300 jobs are going to make the state of Alabama stronger. It's going to make our community stronger. But we're fixing to build a plant that there is no other in the world today that will do what this plant will do. I want to thank the members of the GE aerospace community and what you have done, your vision, your commitment to Alabama, and I think today is just a beginning of a long relationship. You're not only perfectly positioned for today, but you're positioned for tomorrow, and we're honored to join with you today to announce this. Thank you again, Governor, your staff, members of the Madison County Commission, Limestone County Commission, because it's truly a joint cooperative to make this effort occur, and we're thankful for everyone's participation. Thank you.
And so the other county that is part of the city of Huntsville, Alabama, is a county that happens to be the fortunate recipient of the site where this project will be located. And it would not have happened without great, strong leadership from Limestone County's Commission Chairman, Mr. Mark Yarbrough. Mark.
Thank you, sir. Wow. This is a tough bunch to follow right here.
On behalf, I'd like to recognize the gentleman that allowed me to get up here and speak today, and it's another great day for Limestone County. Commissioner Jason Black, which district his facility will reside in, Commissioner Stanley Hill, Commissioner Steve Turner, and Commissioner Ben Harrison. Thank you all for coming down. It's another good day. I'd like to thank our Director of Economic Development, David Seibert, for the work he put in, and our President of our Economic Development Board, Mr. Tom Hill. I'd also like to thank the Governor Bentley. Governor, your commitment to jobs and opportunity for the people of the state of Alabama is unparalleled. Sir, thank you very much for what you do. I'd also like to thank the architect of the regional effort that makes these type of announcements possible. I've been on the job, I think, 11 and a half months. He's took me under his wing. It's just been a tremendous help, and that's Mayor Tommy Battle. Thank you, Mayor. He's the cog. He's the one that makes all this together. He's the architect of our regional effort. I'd also like to thank this young man right here I've known since he's 5 years old, Chairman Dale Strong. Dale's leadership is once again unparalleled, and then his commitment to the partnership that we developed in Limestone, Madison County, to be able to bring these type of opportunities for our citizens is what makes today possible. Thank you, Dale, very much. I'd also like to, because you see, the folks of Limestone County, we're used to this. You know, we say we're the only area along with Madison County and parts of Morgan County, we can have blue-collar workers up to actual rocket scientists. So what I like to do, Mr. Correa, this here is and it was done, we have the largest technical school, training school in the state of Alabama is located in Limestone County. We are building on as we speak. And the kids of Limestone County have already went to work, so they have the recognition of being able to do the first product for GE Aviation, and I'd like to present that on behalf of the kids of Limestone County. Thank you all, and welcome home to Limestone County. Thank you very much.
You've heard a lot of names and organizations that have been named today that make up part of the team that helps bring world-class companies like GE Aviation to the state and to the various regions around the state. There are a few others that are part of that team that you might not have heard of today, and so it's appropriate at this time to thank some of those other partners like TVA, EDPA, the North Alabama Industrial Development Authority, AIDT, the Huntsville Airport Authority, and the Huntsville Port. And I know that I'm going to leave someone off, and I beg your forgiveness if I do that. It's always a great day in the state of Alabama when we see great companies like GE Aviation bringing an investment and a project of a product that is not made anywhere else in the globe today to come right here to the state of Alabama. And so we're very proud of the day and want to thank everyone for gathering.
We're a better city now. We're going to have high-class, cutting-edge manufacturing jobs, and it's going to be great for all of us. So sometimes you wonder, what is the chamber doing for me today? This is the kind of work we do behind the scenes to make Huntsville a better community. And I want to thank the staff here of the Chamber of Commerce. I know everybody worked hard, and they couldn't say anything about it because we were in a gag order. But thank you so much for everything that you do for Huntsville. As a chamber and as a community, this incredible advanced manufacturing technology from GE Aviation will lead to new opportunities in our region and add to the outstanding collaborative environment that we have in North Alabama. All of us are excited to welcome GE Aviation to Huntsville, and we pledge to GE that we will do everything in our power to make you proud of your choice to make our region your home. For more information about this announcement, we have copies of our regional press release available in the back of the room. I believe that's already available, okay? As well as detailed information from GE Aviation about ceramic matrix composites. Please be sure to pick those on your way out. We also have a rendering of the facility on a poster on the back of the room. Thanks to all of you for coming out this afternoon, and have a great day. Thank you.